It is just after 7 a.m. on November 16th. It's Thursday, and this is a meeting, a pre-run meeting for the Tierra Redonda Mountain Trail Run and Camp and Bonfire and live music event that we're hosting this weekend in Bradley, California. I'm Luis Escobar. There's about 80 people total registered in the event, and there's about 24 on this meeting right now. Let's start with this. This is super cool. Bandy Smith is here along with Rosalie Smith, and they are the owners of the ranch that we're going to be at, the Smith Ranch, and it's out on Lynch Canyon Road in Bradley, California. So, Bandy, can you talk just a little bit about the ranch? Just give us a 1 minute, 2 minute history of the ranch, where we're going to be, and your connection to the property.
Yeah, so this area was settled by the Lynch family in about the 1860s. It came across as a Army scout, liked the area, decided to come back after the war and settled on this piece of property. My grandfather, way down the line, was a stagecoach driver from King City to San Luis. Also settled near this area, and the two families met. One of his daughters married into the Lynch family, and here we are.
Charlie.
Let me try to mute that person that's talking. Sorry about that, Ben.
That's okay.
I'm not sure who that is. I'm going to mute everybody on my end. I'm not because I don't want to talk with you. We definitely want to talk with you, but it's a little easier if there's not a lot of ambient sound. So I'm going to mute everyone. You can
flash into that guy.
You can unmute as necessary. So here we go. All right, you're all muted. Bandy, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself because we're going to do this together. Okay. So here's the deal. We have a 5K, a 10K, 21 or 20K, and a 24-hour and a 48-hour run. There's about 20 people in the 48-hour. There's about 15 or so in the 24, another, I think, 28 or so in the 20K. And the 10K, there's another 20, and then 3 people in the 5K. Those numbers might not be totally accurate. Good morning, Jim Watts. Good to see your name there. So what I'm going to do is go over the runner guide, and everything I'm telling you, you can find at allwedoisrun.com. There's 2 downloads there. They're both PDF files. One is the runner guide, so it has a schedule, directions, and information about the race course. Also, there's a waiver. It's great for us if you go to the website, download the waiver, read it, print it, download it, or download it, print it, read it, sign it, and bring the paper waiver with you. It's important. We'll have some waivers there, but it's much faster and easier for us if you bring it with you. As I go over this, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. You can jump into the chat. You can put information there. Maybe somebody can help me read those chat messages, and or you can unmute yourself, raise your hand, and just ask away. That's why we're here. We're doing this event as a partnership with the Templeton Run Club. And so part of your registration fees go to help support the Templeton Run Club. All right. First thing is the location. There's an address in the runner guide, and it's 8029 Lynch Canyon Road. But that, if you go to that address, you're actually going to go to the ranch house, and we don't want you to go there. So when this is over, I'm going to send another email to all of you with a pin drop to a specific gate where you should go to enter the property. Absolutely navigate to this Lynch Canyon Road address, but you're going to go past that about a quarter of a mile. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to mark a gate. There'll be some flags there. There'll be a sign that says run. That's where you're going to enter the ranch. So I'm going to send you a link to that specific gate. Do not go to the address that I put in the runner guide. That is their home. Go past that about a quarter of a mile, and on your right, you're going to see a well-marked sign and a gate that you're going to enter into. So you know, this address is about 30 minutes west of Paso Robles, California. So you're going to be on, probably you're going to come in on Highway 101. You're going to get off on the 24th Street exit as if you're going to be going to the fair, the fairgrounds. And from that intersection of 24th and Highway 101, it's about a 30-minute drive out to the ranch. It's really, really pretty. Be careful though. There's lots of animals. There's deer, stuff on the road. There's cattle on the ranch property, possibly. Just drive carefully, drive slowly. No one's in a panic. All right, so schedule of events. I'm going to be at the ranch today at 2 o'clock. I know originally we said noon today, but that's not going to happen. So today at 2 o'clock is the earliest that you should plan to arrive. I'll be there. John Glines will be there. We're going to be setting up the camp area. You're welcome to come as early as 2 p.m. today. You can bring, if you want to camp on the property, the Smiths are inviting everybody to come and camp. Bring a tent, bring a trailer, bring your motorhome, bring your van, sleep in your truck, however you want to do it. There's plenty of flat space, and it's absolutely beautiful. So you can come there as early as 2 p.m. today, Thursday, November 16th. I'll be available to check in the 48-hour runners later this evening. So if you're in the 48, find me. I'll be at the main camp area, and we'll get you checked in. The 48-hour run is going to start at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's 10 people registered in the 48-hour. Probably have a warming fire going. Let's see, is the course marking still happening? Yeah, well, we've got most of the course set up, but we do need help. So yes, be there at 2 o'clock. Be prepared to hike. Be prepared to help us. We're going to set up some easy ups. We're going to set up the camp. So the answer is yes to that. Come at 2. Be prepared to help us out. We'd appreciate it. Bandy and I actually marked probably 80% of the course on Tuesday. So it's all set. And I'll talk about the course in detail here in just a moment. Any questions about today? 2 o'clock. Is Tommy and Michelle on here? Tommy, Michelle, are you guys planning to come today? Okay. Saturday, November 18th, the 5K, 10K, 20K, and 24-hour run. All of those distances are going to start together at 8 a.m. on Saturday. We will have runner check-in open and ready prior to 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Possibly, I'll be able to check you in on Friday evening, but for sure, Saturday morning prior to 7. All of the events will start at 8 a.m. on Saturday. So if you're in the 24, 20K, 10K, or 5K, you're all starting at 8 a.m. on Saturday. Bandy is going to have a fire going for us pretty much most of the afternoon and into the evening. You know, I'm
trying to keep it going all night for the overnight walkers, runners, so they've got a warm spot to grab onto when they come back through.
Perfecto. We're going to set the main camp, aid station, and timing table near that fire. So the logistics or the format's going to be a little bit different than we did last year. So we're trying to move everything closer to that fire so we can all be there and stay warm. Everything ends at 8 a.m. on Sunday. So if you're in the 48, 24-hour, you have until 8 a.m. on Sunday, and then everything will stop. And then we want to be driving out of there prior to noon on Sunday. So there's no big rush. Last year, I think we were packed up and everybody was driving out of there around 10 a.m. on Sunday. But and stay there as late as 12 if necessary. Some of you 48-hour runners, 24-hour runners, if you need to get a couple hours of sleep before you leave, no problem. Okay. The ranch, it's a working cattle ranch, and it is private. So we are all welcome to be there today at 2 p.m. And we're all welcome to leave Sunday at noon, and we're not welcome to come back any other time. So this is not a public place. Don't come back there later on and jump the fence and run or bring your bicycle. Do not trespass. This is people's home. This is their working cattle ranch. This is their business. It's not for us to recreate on any time other than this. This is really, really important. The camping is primitive, which means there's no hookups, there's no running water, there's no electricity, none of that. This is not a park. It's not a campground. This is not any of that. This is a private working cattle ranch. So if you don't like that idea, then don't come and camp. There is plenty of space, and everything is just set up on a first come basis. There's lots of space. You can set up your camp right on the race course. There's more than enough room for all 80 of us to camp there. But it is on first come, so we're not making reservations or anything like that. There will be portable toilets, and that's it. Any questions about how the camping is going to work? All right. Not a lot of rules, but here they are. Everyone, we'd like you to go to allwedoisrun.com, download the waiver, print it, read it, sign it, bring it. And you're going to turn that in when you check in. Don't walk up to me and hand me your waiver, because I'll lose it. You're going to do that at the timing table when you check in. In fact, don't hand me anything, because I'll lose it for sure. There's no pacers in this event, no pacers at all. So the only people that should be on the course are people that are registered and have a bib number on the front of their body. So don't invite your friends to come and pace with you. There's no dogs allowed on the course. And I actually didn't run this by Bandy and Rosie, but I'm assuming that we can bring our dogs. They're well behaved, they're on a leash, they're welcome around the course, around the camp area, but we'd prefer that you not run with your dogs. Does that sound good, Bandy?
Yeah. That's absolutely okay.
Our insurance specifically says no dogs on the course. And another thing, there may be livestock. And so you sure as hell don't want your dog chasing after a bunch of cows or chasing after some pigs or disappearing into the wilderness. So just bring them, make sure that they're under control, on a leash. Don't take them on the race course. There's no changing of your registered distance. So whatever you're signed up for at 8 o'clock on Saturday, you're committed to that distance. In other words, you can't be in the 20K, run one lap and say, I'm done. Just put me into the 10K. That's not how it works. Okay. That'll be a DNF, did not finish. Conversely, if you're in the 10K, you take one lap and you think, I'm feeling pretty good, I'm going to keep going, put me into the 20K. It doesn't work like that. So you're going to run the event that you're registered in. Cutoff time for all events is 8 a.m. on Sunday. Can you guys still hear me? I'm getting a message that my internet is unstable. Give me a thumbs up. You can hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, good. We have a special award for the first overall male and female in each division. We have a small gift for all finishers. Of course, you're all going to get a t-shirt with this year's logo on it. The 48-hour, we're going to reverse directions. We can agree on this. Maybe I can talk to Kathy Mason and we can all agree on when we turn around. I put 12 hours, but we could turn every 6 hours. Let's discuss that when we get out there on Friday, but we'll definitely turn around. So we'll go one direction for a set amount of time, and then we'll go the other direction for a set amount of time, and we'll switch back and forth. I put 12 hours, but I think we'll leave that up to the 48-hour runners to decide. So we'll talk to Ed and Kathy and some of these guys when they get there. Is everybody cool with that idea? Okay, the course itself, on the runner guide, you can click on the CalTopo link and you can see the course. The 10K, it's actually 6.6 miles, so it's a little bit long. The 20K is 2 laps on the 6.6 mile course, so it's long. And that's it. The 48-hour and the 24-hour will be doing loops on this 6.6 mile course, one direction, and then we'll switch back the other direction. So if you're in the 10K, you're going to do 1 lap. If you're in the 20K, you're going to do 2 laps. And the 48 and the 24, you're going to do as much as you like. The 5K, there's only 3 people registered in the 5K. So I'm hoping to convince the 3 of you to just run the 10K. If not, we'll set up an out and back or a 5K loop for you. There's about 1,000 feet of vertical gain in each of the 10K loops. So it's not an easy course. And then again, you can find a link to the course in the runner guide that's at allwedoisrun.com. There's one aid station, and the aid station is going to have, hold on, I'm letting more people in here. I think Jeremy Banter is joining us. It's his birthday. It's his birthday weekend. Okay, aid station. There's one aid station. It's at the main camp. So every 6.6 miles, you're going to come to a main aid station. There may be a warming fire there. There's definitely, the timing is there. There'll be water, ice, Hammer nutrition products, some soda, some fruit, grilled cheese sandwiches, and soup and coffee, and that's it. We're not cooking hard food. There's no big food. So you'll need to provide your own. If you need substantial stuff, you need to bring it. Use the aid station as a supplement. Again, there'll be water, ice, Hammer nutrition products, soft drinks, some fruit, grilled cheese sandwiches, and soup and coffee, and that's it. There'll also be a water station at approximately 5 kilometers. Water station means just that. There's going to be water on a table about 3 miles into it. So you're going to depart the main camp where there's full aid. You're going to go about 3 miles. There's water. Then you're going to do another couple of miles, come back to that water station, and then you're going to go right back to the main aid station. Any questions about the aid station, water station? Let's see, here's a question. What have the overnight temps been and what are they expected to be? Joe or Bandy, you want to answer that one?
They've been in the upper 40s. It looks like that's where they're going to stay. Doesn't look like it's going to get very cold at night.
No frost on the ground.
Not yet.
Okay, let's talk about timing. All of you are going to be given a bib number. We need you to wear that on the front of your body so we can see you as you're running around on the course, so we can identify you. We don't know all of your names, but we know your numbers. So that number is going to be pinned to the front of your body and visible all of the time. So don't put it on your jersey and then a jacket and then a pack on top of it. Figure out a way to get the number on the front of your body where it's prominent. I put it on my pants. You can put it on your hat. Just don't bury it. We need to be able to see it. This is not chip timing, so it's manual timing. So at the conclusion of each lap, it's your responsibility to check in at the timing table. Someone will be sitting at a computer at the timing table. It's going to be obvious. You're going to come to that person and you're going to show them your number. You're going to say, hey, I'm number 15. My name is Bandy Smith. And make eye contact with that person. Make sure that you see them enter that lap into the computer system and then start your next lap. So it's your responsibility to check in at the conclusion of each lap. If you don't do that, then we have no accurate way of counting your laps. So help us out. This is not the Olympics. This is 80 people running around on a ranch in the middle of Bradley, California. So it's all pretty informal. If something goes wrong with your time or your lap counting, it's not brain surgery. We can fix it. When the event is over and we publish the results that you see on Ultra Sign Up might not match what you have on your watch. Don't freak out. Just send me an email and I'll adjust it. It's as simple as that. Any questions about how we're going to time the event? Wyatt raised his hand. What's up, Wyatt? Hop in. Unmute yourself. Introduce yourself. Where are you? And where are you coming from? And let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm Wyatt. I'm coming from the Yosemite area. I actually grew up in San Miguel though, so this is a homecoming for me. I was curious if you're in the middle of a lap at 8 a.m. on Sunday, how is that recorded? Is that do I just come back in and honor system, say I was 3 miles in?
So
That's my question.
Here's what this is how we do it, Wyatt. We give credit for each lap, not partial laps. So before you start that last lap, you need to decide, well, hell, am I going to make it back by 8 a.m. on Sunday? And if not, don't start that lap. So we're not going to get, we're not counting miles, we're counting laps.
Got it. Thank you.
Good question. And I should have covered that. A 10K course doesn't really work really slick for a 48-hour event. A 1 mile lap or even a 2 mile lap makes more sense. But that's how we're doing it for this one. Any questions?
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Andy.
Are there any porta potties or anything at the main aid camp?
Yes, there'll be porta potties at the main aid camp, and that's it. There'll be porta potties and a hand wash station, but there's no running water. And as always, and I see a lot of familiar names on here. You guys know, bring toilet paper with you. There's always toilet paper, but there's never enough toilet paper. So this is what I would suggest that you bring to this event. First, I would bring at least a gallon of water for each day. And of course, we're going to have water for you, but bring your own just in case. Just bring a couple gallons of water. For this particular event, bring some warm clothes. Be prepared for some cold temperatures. We always like to wear our cowboy hats, so you can bring a cowboy hat if you want to. But for water, warm clothes, toilet paper. Of course, if you're running at night, I just assume that you all know this. You're going to bring your headlamps, just everything you need for nighttime running. Bring it. Be prepared. You want to keep your head, your hands, and your feet warm and dry, so be prepared to do that. I would bring a folding chair, a lawn chair, maybe an easy up canopy that you could have at your own private personal camp. So ideally, you park your truck or your car right on the race course, right on the road, right near the road. Set up your own little tent, your own little camp. Of course, we're supplying all of that, but I would bring my own if it was me. Also, Bandy has a fire pit, a barbecue pit that's going to be next to the warming fire. And there's really nice oak wood. And so bring some food. If you want to bring your own and cook your own, be prepared to do that. We're not making you food, but there's a place where you can cook your own food. So bring that. And I think you're welcome to use that barbecue pit.
Yep.
Any other questions? Andrew Redinger, is that you? Is that who I see there?
How you doing, guys? Looking forward to it, man.
Dude, I didn't know that you were Are you registered? Are you coming?
Yeah.
Well,
I
hell.
think so. I'm just doing the 20K, so I'll be there after work tomorrow.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
right.
man, it's gonna be great.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, man.
Likewise. Bye.
All right. For me personally, I want to say to all of you that I'm very grateful that you're coming and that you're going to be here. I'm on the end of about a 6 or 7 week road trip. I left my house in Cool, California in early September, and I've been on the road since then. And I've been to several running events across the country and in Mexico and San Luis Obispo. And this trip is concluding with this event with all of you, and I'm really looking forward to spending time with you. And Beverly and I appreciate you signing up and being part of this. We also want to thank all of the volunteers. There's about 15 people that are giving up their weekend to help support the event. We can't do it without all of you. And then something really, really special is happening at this event, and that is our live music. And on Friday at 5:30, our friend Chad Hinkle is going to take the stage and warm up. He's got about 30 minutes of acoustic music that he'll be providing. And then Adam Lopez is going to be on the stage at the main camp, at the bonfire. Adam Lopez is a musician, and he is a professional touring musician. He's based in Nashville, Tennessee. It happens that he has family that live in California. And when he comes to visit his parents, he'll get a hold of me and ask if I've got anything for him to play, anywhere for him to play. And I'm like, yeah, we do. So we have the opportunity to sit down and listen to a professional musician, singer, songwriter, and he's going to be with us at 6 o'clock on Friday. And I hope that all of you come, and you can invite your friends and come and bring your lawn chairs, sit down next to the fire, and you're going to hear Chad Hinkle and then Adam Lopez. This is Friday starting at 5:30. And then Saturday at 5:30, Chad's going to hop back up on the stage, do a few more tunes, and then we have Doc Oliver, and he's going to be on stage. He is also a professional touring musician, and this guy could play anywhere in the country. In fact, he does. And he chose to be with us this Saturday at 5:30. This is a super rare opportunity to see musicians of this caliber in this format on a flatbed trailer next to a fire under the oak trees. It's a really, really rare opportunity. I hope that you come and enjoy this music with these two guys. Actually, these three guys, Chad Hinkle and Adam Lopez on Friday, and then Chad Hinkle and Doc Oliver on Saturday. Jim Watts, if not at Aid Station, will I have my jet boil you can use to boil water? Explain that. I don't understand what you're saying. Are you offering your jet boil? Or...
I was responding to the previous comment.
Copy.
Yeah, I responded to the previous comment if there's hot water at the aid station.
I see. Yeah, the answer is yes. So we have a couple of stoves, of course, and we can be heating up water. And a good way to do this is to maybe give whoever's working in the aid station, give them 10 minutes. Just say, hey, man, I'm going to be right back. Can you boil me some water? And yes, they'll do that. So that's not a problem. And then I guess if there's not water there, you find Jim and you can use his jet boil. Weather forecast. Are we expecting a lot of rain? So Bandy, you want to take that again?
We're not expecting a lot of rain. I would pack for some rain. We're going to have some overnight showers and some steady drizzle. It's not going to amount to a lot, but there will be some.
And to clarify, we're going rain or shine. Even if it's raining hard, we're hosting this event. And if it is raining hard, we have a backup plan. There is a barn that we could use. And so we have a plan A and a plan B. Right now, we're on full plan A. I heard somebody else with a question. Anybody else?
What's the parking like?
Say that again,
Yeah,
Andy.
what's the parking like? Are we likely to get stuck if it does slow it down overnight?
Yeah, so
not likely. The ground out there is pretty decent ground. So if we got enough rain that I would be worried about that, that's when we would move camp. I don't want a whole bunch of stuck vehicles out there. Nobody wants that kind of damage or to have to deal with that. So we're going to watch it pretty close. And before we start on Friday, if we have to move camp, we'll move camp, and then we'll send out an update of where everything's going to be.
So we're thinking ahead, Andy, and we don't want anyone to get stuck. It damages the property, and it's a mess. But if we do get stuck, I'll tell you what, these ranchers are pretty resourceful. There's ways to get your cars out of there. Music, even if it's raining. Yes, hell yes. We're moving forward. Brooke, we want to see you there. Any other questions for me? All right. Watch your email. I'm going to send you an updated specific pin drop for the gate that we want you to enter into. I'm going to do that next. You're going to receive that in the next half hour. Contact me if you have any questions. Do we need bells? No bells required for this one, Brenda. Well, maybe. Hell, I don't know. Bandy, what she's asking about is sometimes people are afraid of wildlife. Any concern running around? Is anyone going to be attacked by a cougar or a mountain lion? Cougars, maybe. Mountain lions, what's the chance?
To each their own. If you want to wear a bell, wear a bell. I don't know that it's not going to be required. I'm not going to say you have to have one, but it makes you feel better, by all means. We haven't seen any mountain lions. They don't get seen very often. They see you more times than you see them, and we don't have any bears in the area. So again, most things can hear you whether you're wearing a bell or not. But if it makes you feel better, by all means.
Brenda, I think you should wear a bell. Not to scare off any predators, but just to warn people that you're coming.
The cats like bells. We all know cats like bells.
You should have a bell and an air horn, Brenda, and just when you approach people, blast them.
Okay, so we have proof I was given permission to carry an air horn.
Yeah. And then
Great.
And everybody has permission to take it from you, and I'll stop right there. All right. Any questions? Looking forward to seeing all of you this weekend. I'll be there today at 2:00. Hope to see you there. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions. We want to hear it. Otherwise, we will see you this as early as 2:00 today. Bandy, any final comments?
No, I think we're good to go.
Excellent. All right, everybody. I'll hang out
Thank
if anybody
you.
has any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you.
All right, see you guys later.
All right. I'm going to turn this off and I will see you guys later today.